Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa, and I'm kind of worried, guys. I don't think we're going to be getting any new major events next year, or even into this year, which seems very worrying. Now, this is actually pretty funny, to be honest, because I'm going to report on what Force has said, and Force is generally a guy who reports Overwatch news. He has now become the news. It's like the circle is complete. I want to make some sort of Star Wars quote or pun or something, but whatever. Let's take a look at this. So what happened was there was a New York City event, which was like a media briefing. So in case you guys don't know what that is, it's basically where game companies, publishers and developers, they'll host these events where they invite the media, and the media come and they tell them scripted things that they want them to know. So, oh yes, we'll be doing this, we'll be doing that. Now, of course, it was to celebrate the announcement of the Overwatch anniversary event. And by the way, guys, stay tuned to especially this channel tomorrow and other various things for more information on what is going on with the anniversary stuff. However, what they do is they get together and they tell you bits of information. And luckily, my man Force was there. There was also loads of other people there that were reporting the same thing. But let's take a look at what Force actually tweeted, because this sums it up better than some of the other articles which I've seen. Next year is more about refining the events that we have rather than adding new ones. So this set massive alarm bells off in my head. But then he went on to say this as well: I would never take adding a new event off the table. So he's trying to cover himself, right? It's like, yeah, we're probably just going to keep the same events and just refine them. But actually, oh yeah, we might have a new event. So, you know, you never know. Well, go and follow Force, guys, on Twitter, which is Force Strategy. But let's talk about this, because this is really, really worrying to me. For a very long time, I've been very worried what they're going to do going into year 2 in terms of events, and in fact, going on into this year in terms of events, because Blizzard have raised the bar to such a ludicrously high level when it comes to their seasonal events, okay? So if we go through the list, right, the first one we had was the Summer Games, and I remember when all this happened, we didn't even know they were going to do this. I got a delivery, and it was a Summer Games loot box, and I was like, what the hell is this? I opened it, it had a massive Overwatch gold medal in it, had like various stickers, which are now all over my laptop, and all kinds of good stuff, and I was like, wow, what is this? And that very same day, the game updated with the Summer Games event with all these new skins and a completely different look to it, the new Brawl, the Lucio Ball, and it was like, wow, this is so fun. And then, of course, we move on from that and we go to Halloween Terror, which was awesome. Everybody loved Halloween Terror, probably still is the best event in terms of new skins. The skins from that event were phenomenal. And then we get Winter Wonderland, which, you know, was great, was awesome. Then we go forward into Year of the Rooster, and then we get the Uprising event. And we know now, May the 23rd, 24th, 25th, etc., we're going to get the Overwatch anniversary event. Now, whether the anniversary event will happen every year, I don't know. It seems a bit strange if it would, because like the first year is a big year, but you never know. It's like an Overwatch birthday, so I guess, you know, it could come back. So let's take a look at what Jeff is actually saying here. So what he is saying is they are not going to use development time to build completely new events. What they're going to do instead is just slightly change the old events. My question is this actually good enough? Because we are with a game right now where we honestly did not know what the next events would be. It was always a lot of speculation, a lot of hype, a lot of like, what are these events going to be? And when the events came out, all of them were really good events. It was like, wow, we've got these new skins. Some of them had little issues here and there. Some of them had amazing positives. They were all awesome. Like, none of them were bad, and they generally got better each time. I mean, you look at the Summer Games, that's when you couldn't buy the special skins and the items, well, the event-specific loot with the in-game currency. They changed it for the next event because they knew that was a terrible idea. Also, we started to get slightly more items. We got more refined actual brawls or like special in-game events, because the or in-game play modes, whatever you'd like to call them, because Lucio Ball was a bit basic. I mean, it was funny, but it was a bit basic. It's no doubt the worst event that we've had. Then I'd probably, well, the worst brawl. I don't really want to call them an event because it's not an event, is it? It's just part of the event. Probably second I'd rate Maze Snowball thingy, and then it's probably going to be I don't know, Year of the Roosters, Capture the Flag, and then it's going to be between Halloween Terror and Uprising for the best sort of event. Now, both of those were PvE, and you know what I like? I like PvE style seasonal events. They are beautiful. So what's going to happen here? Like, my whole thing about them raising the bar so high, and now they're going to fail to hit the bar, because that's kind of what they're saying to me. But is this actually that bad? Because if we don't get brand new events, and all we get is refinement of events we've got, like they add additional items and then allow us to re-earn all of the items that we couldn't earn before. Because if you think about this, there are a lot of items which players don't have, and there's items I want from the Summer Games, so I hope that comes back as the event after the anniversary, because I really, really, really want to get the Lucio emote where he's doing the kick-ups with the football. And it kind of, the timelines, they sort of line up, right? This happened in, I think it was August the 2nd, 2016, we got the Summer Games. So August could potentially be the time of the next event after the anniversary event. I mean, that kind of makes sense to me. And then we just start going back through the events, then we go to Halloween, and then we go to Winter Wonderland, then we go to, well, it won't be called Year of the Rooster, it will be Year of the whatever the hell it is, that time in the Chinese Lunar New Year. And then we get another PvE style event, which is based on Overwatch's history. My issue with that is I'd like to see more development of what's going on with the Overwatch history, especially with the mission archive kind of system that we got with Uprising. I want to see more missions, and I don't really want to wait a year for a new mission. That seems really ludicrous. And look, I'm not a developer, but it seems to me that these things, especially Uprising, does it really take a year to develop that? But this is the big question, right? If they spend less time completely building these events from the ground up, it gives them more time, doesn't it, to do other things. What could those other things be? Well, they could be things like developing more heroes. Now, we know they're probably still only going to produce 3 heroes a year. I don't think we're going to be seeing tons of heroes coming out, but maybe the levels of polish, if they could actually be any higher, will be higher on those heroes. I don't think a lot of you guys would disagree with me when you say Orisa is kind of a disappointing hero now that we've had her for a while. She's got some use. When she first came out, she was brand new, she was super. It was like, wow, what's going on with Orisa? I can't believe this is a hero. Oh, it uses different abilities from other heroes, yada, yada, yada. But now she's kind of like, yeah, it's Orisa. She needs looking at. I think Sombra had possibly more of an impact, and Sombra's design is, I think, way better than Orisa's. But, you know, that's all subjective. So, yeah, it gives them more time. So, more maps. This is what I want. I want more maps, and I want more game modes. We need new game modes for competitive, for quick play, for all of that stuff. Like, the assault, the hybrid maps, the payload maps, the King of the Hill maps, we need something a bit different, right? If we get that, that'll be awesome. And if that means they've got more time to devote to that, then I will take that. That is much better than, I guess, brand new seasonal events. But one thing which is going on in the back of my head, and it's the last thing I want to end this video on, I know Blizzard, when you read, there is a thing called the Blizzard Activision Financial Report. Now, what this is Blizzard talking to their shareholders. So these are the guys who have bought shares in the company. So what they have to tell them is how much money they're making and how they're making their money. And they noted for Q1, I think, in the last report, and Q1 just means Q1, which I think just means like the first 3 months of that year, that they've made the most money they ever had, ever made. And this is Activision Blizzard, so obviously it's a massive company, and the reason for that was Overwatch seasonal events. So it seems strange that they would stop producing unique seasonal events, but you know, maybe we'll just go into this default period of these events that we've had, and then maybe the odd little different special event which creeps in. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Stylosa and this is Unit Lost. Let me know what you think about this. It is really big news, this is, because like I've gone over in this video, Blizzard have set the bar so crazily high with the new stuff, and the new stuff does attract people to the game. So if you get less new stuff, surely it reduces the impact of that draw. It's a very, very interesting question. Alright guys, you can follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming. You can also join our Discord, which is discord.gg/UnitLost. And if you want to click the little bell underneath the video, it will alert you when this video goes live, although I think most people generally do have that turned on anyway. But just in case you don't. Alright guys, I'm Stylosa, and I'll catch you next time. Toodaloo.